So anybody that goes to school with me knows me as a professional fumbler. And today I'm gonna be giving you an example of why. So one day I'm in class. This class is a double block class. It's a boring class. You can usually get your work done by the time the first period's over, but we got 2 periods of that class, so there's not a lot to do a lot of the time. But one day, teacher's like, yo, class, we got a field trip coming up. I wonder if y'all would be interested in going to this certain roller coaster park that's near our school, kinda, somewhat, 3 hours away. I think that's pretty close, to be honest. I ain't European. Shoot, I drive 3 hours to see my family on the weekends, but that's to each their own. But anyways, you know, I'm thinking about it. I got sports, more importantly, track. My coaches, I don't know if they'll be fine with me missing practice, and heck, I might even have to miss a meet for this field trip too, which I wouldn't do. So I'm looking at my schedule. Oh shoot, I only got practice, and it's right on playoff week. But it's the first day of the week. It's on a Monday, so I'll still have 2 more practices that week to go to. So turn up to my coaches. I'm asking. I'm like, hey, am I good? They say yeah. So I'm getting turned. And I'm getting turned, although I don't even like roller coasters all that much. In fact, I pretty much hate them because, I'm really afraid of heights. And I be getting motion sick. So it's kind of like a terrible mixture when it comes to roller coasters. But you know what? I'm lactose intolerant, but I eat a tub of ice cream a day. So I'm used to just grinding it out. But anyways, the field trip day fall on, shoot, like I said, Monday. So the field trip day come, we got this 3-hour bus ride. We get there, we take some pictures, we have this seminar that we were late for because our teacher, who's always talking about some be studious, be on time, always be early, decided to show up late. But hey, we ain't here to judge. So the seminar that was supposed to be a whole hour and a half, we was only there for like 20 minutes, which is kind of fire because that means we didn't have to really wait the whole time to go start riding roller coasters. Seminar got over real quick. We got loose. We go rode some rides. We got some food. Some of the rides that we rode, like I said, I don't really like roller coasters all that much. So we kind of, me and my friend group, kind of divided into an even smaller friend group where like some of us would go on the bigger rides and the rest of us, me and some other dude, would go ride the pussy rides. The rides for the little babies. You know, ain't no shame in it. So we get done riding those rides, and we go get the food, like I said, which was taxing, like $30 for a tiny, sorry, sad excuse of a meal. I don't even know if you could call it a meal, to be honest. $30 for that, and then $6 for some water. I'm talking, bro. I ended up just getting a Sprite because that was like what, $4, and I wasn't trying to spend no $6 on no water, so decided to get my Sprite, eat my food. Food was terrible, not worth the $30. I'll never forgive him for that. I'm a big back at heart, so food is really sensitive to me. So it kind of ruined my day when I spent $30 on some trailer park trash. But to each their own. We not here to judge. After we get our food, we double back for some of the rides again. Like I said, me and my little group, we wasn't going on no crazy rides. Not yet, anyways. So after we got done doing all those rides again, we decided to take a break. You know, me and my guys, we decided to just, sit down for a little bit. The other dudes are still doing their big boy rides. We were sitting down. Some of us were sick. One of us was barely staying alive, but you know how it go. After all that, our friends get done riding their big boy rides. We get done taking a seat. We ready to go back into business. So we go in line for this ride. And while we in line, we waiting. It's kind of a long line. I think it was like a 30, 40 minute wait. Not nothing too crazy. But we at the end of this line. Nobody really behind us, but just enough people to where if somebody were to come that we recognize, we wouldn't be able to talk to them because there was too many people in between us. So while we in line, we waiting, we going by a little bit. There's this woman that come through, and I'm turning my head because I'm like, yo, it's this light skinned woman. She got some pretty eyes, a nice smile, beautiful curly hair. She was stronger than a motherfucker too, honestly. I felt like if I was in her way, she was gonna put me in the dirt. So she kinda scary on top of all this. But you know what? I like that. I'd let her put me in a grave if I had the chance, to be honest. And then once she walked past, naturally I'm still looking, and bro, bro, bro. I can't even like begin to describe how just like, what I mean, that thing was like, but it was like I just needed Willy Wonka to take me to the chocolate factory that day, bro. I was looking for my golden ticket, to be honest. I don't even know how to put into words how, golly, bro. I was just, I needed it. I needed it. So naturally, I'm still looking longer than I should have been, probably. I wasn't just looking right at right at the ass the whole time. I was looking at her face because, you know what I mean? It don't matter what the body look like. You gotta have a pretty face for me to really fuck with you. So I'm looking at that too. The whole time I'm staring for a hot minute. She catch me. And then I'm like, oh fuck. So I stop staring. And then I try to go back and I catch her staring. And then while we in line, we kind of doing this back and forth eye battle for a little bit until the line like converges on itself. Because the thing about this line was it was kind of like a snake game. You go out, in, out, and it was like trying like hitting itself kind of. So the line really start squeezing up on itself, and she in talking distance. So I lean over the rail. I'm like, hey, what's your name? She's like, TJ. I'm like, where you from? And she pointed at the ground. And I'm like, fuck. I don't know where we at. But anyways, none of that matter. Cause, we still talking. I introduced myself. I told her where I was from, what I was doing, what I'm about. So I asked her for her number. And I get it. I'm like, yo, I'm like that. I'm all excited. My boys start dapping me up. They start. It was like trumpets playing for the king when he get back to his castle on some. You know what I mean? We was all turned. You know what I mean? They say I ain't have it in me. They put me to the test. I passed. So we all turned. We ready to go on this ride too. But we already up in line to get on this ride. So we better hop on. We all excited and stuff. I'm even more excited because I'm spitting game and it's working. So I'm thinking this whole time, well, shoot, now that I got the number, what do I do now? Because, like I said, I'm a professional fumbler. I ain't even D1. I'm pulling the LeBron James. I'm going straight to the league, baby. You know what I mean? 30 Olympic gold medals just off fumbling. So, as we ride in more rides, I'm too afraid to text her. I don't really know what to say. I'm scared as hell. I'm like, shoot, man, I can't fumble this one. And then I start conversing with the homies, talking it over with the homies. I'm like, yo, what do I say? What do I say? Bruh, tell me why ain't none of these dudes have any idea what I should say, bro. I'm like, bruh, come on. Like, how do all of y'all except me got girlfriends and y'all can't help me out? It's just, It's not meant to be, I guess, bro. But anyways, I just decided, you know, I was gonna ask her what she do for fun, where she from. Now, mind you, I didn't know where she was from, but for some reason, my dumb ass decided to text her, "What you be doing for fun in Cleveland?" Now, I don't know what I was thinking. It obviously wasn't straight because that was probably one of the dumbest things I've ever done. And obviously, I got left on delivered. I'm like, bro, the whole 3 hour ride back, I'm thinking, man, this whole time I could be texting her back and forth, but instead my dumb ass had the fumble. Man, I ain't getting no sleep that night, bro. Just thinking about what could have been. What could have been. What could have been, bro. A day go by, nothing, obviously, no words, not a single thing. On the next day after that one, I'm talking to the Tong Star about it. Now the Tong Star is my dog, bro. I be telling him a lot more than I'll tell anybody else. So I'm talking to him about this. I'm like, bro, how did I fumble this bad, bro? I'm like Rashad Mendenhall in a preseason game in his rookie season. So we talking about it. And you know, the thing come up, I'm like, maybe I can hit her up and apologize, recover the fumble. And he talking about some, hey, that sounds like a good idea. Maybe. Good luck though, cause you gonna need it. And I'm like, well, it can't really get worse than this. So I crafted the perfect message for her, bro. I was like doing redstone engineering in Minecraft type of crafting of this message, bro. I was making sure everything was on point. And then when I go to send it, I see red on the message that I had sent girl the other day. And it was red the day that I sent it. I'm like, oh no, bro. Like my heart just sunk to my ass, bro. I was like, oh fuck. But I did not care. I still sent the message. I probably shouldn't have. I did not care at that point. I thought everything was over. You know, I'm taking shots in the dark, but I'm not gonna be surprised if it don't go in. But if it do, just imagine how excited I'll be on some, you know what I mean, type shit. So before I sent it, I spiced it up even more. You know, I had to make sure I was buttering her up, giving her compliments and shit. Nothing too crazy though. You know, just calling her pretty, saying that she was cool as hell, awesome shit. You know what I mean? Sent that motherfucking message. And that's where I'm at right now. I had just sent the message and decided I'm gonna make this. Some say I fumbled, others say I never had a chance. And to be honest, I don't know what hurts more, bro.